Friends of Regent Park, a dedicated volunteer-led group right here in the heart of Regent Park, recently hosted a heartwarming and community-building event in the welcoming atmosphere of the community living room at Daniel Spectrum. The event, known as Borrowed Grandparent, was a creative and thoughtful concept that originated from one of the community members, Jane Growe. Jane, a resident of Regent Park, envisioned an event that would bring together people from all walks of life to foster social inclusion, community cohesion, and bridge the generation gap. Her idea was to create an opportunity for the youth and senior members of the community to connect and learn from each other, thereby strengthening the bonds that hold their neighborhood together. The event itself was a beautiful manifestation of this idea. It provided a space for individuals of all ages to come together, share stories, experiences, and laughter. The community living room at Daniel Spectrum served as the perfect venue, offering a comfortable and welcoming environment for this purpose. There was music, storytelling, and other fun activities. Borrowed Grandparent events are a heartwarming way to combat loneliness and isolation among seniors, many of whom may not have grandchildren or may have limited interaction with younger generations. For the young participants, it's a unique opportunity to tap into the wisdom and life experiences of their senior neighbors, creating a powerful sense of unity and belonging in the community. Friends of Regent Park, driven by volunteers like Jane Growe and others, embody the spirit of community building. Their dedication to creating events like Borrowed Grandparent demonstrates the positive impact local initiatives can have on bringing people together, nurturing meaningful relationships, and enriching the lives of all community members. This event exemplifies the beauty of neighborly care and the ability of individuals to make a difference right where they live.
We're at a special event hosted by Friends of Regent Park, FORP, which is a volunteer-led group right here in Regent Park in central Toronto. Today's event is called Borrow a Grandparent. It's an idea that was developed by a FORP member who lives in the community, this woman right here, Jane Growe, who thought it would be a good idea to bring people together. All kinds of people of different backgrounds.
I'm just teasing because I wanted to be part of the interview. Never mind. Go ahead.
I agree. And Jane thought, we have a lot to give. Everybody's got a lot of stories inside of them. And perhaps it would be nice to give a voice to those people. And to teach the younger generation about the stories that some of our older residents have to tell. And they've been through a lot. In some cases, the Great Depression, the Second World War. They've lived through some difficult times, financial crises, 9/11, COVID, and they have a lot of life stories to tell. Things that they've learned over the years. In some cases, our older residents are now in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even over 100. And it would be wonderful to help connect them with younger people. There's a passage in the Talmud, which is a Jewish religious text, that says you should spend at least 10 minutes a day with someone under the age of 8 years old, and at least 10 minutes a day with someone over the age of 80 years old. It helps keep us grounded and aware of our own limitations and possible potential. So Borrowed Grandparent is all about an intergenerational exchange. We'll learn from the young, and hopefully the young will learn from the older residents in our community.
This event is to promote intergenerational interaction. There's not enough of it. Grandparents don't live with their families in this country, except the ones that come from other countries. The people that come from Sri Lanka have their grandparents with them. People that are Canadian or American do not have their grandparents. Matter of fact, my son told me I wasn't part of his family. So it's a shame that grandparents don't have more interaction with kids. I have 5 grandkids, and I used to see them every week on outings. I took them on outings, one-on-one, not as a group. And then they all went away to school. None of them are living in Toronto anymore. But that wasn't the reason I wanted this. I think there's not enough programming in Regent Park for seniors anyway. But to have something with seniors and kids together is really, really important.
I agree.
Okay. Do you have a grandmother?
She passed away. But she was very dear to me.
Good to you. I was much better with my grandchildren than I was with my children. More relaxed. You know, if they did something wrong, I could just send them home. So we had a great playtime together for all these years. My eldest is 31 and my youngest is 17. And we spent years on outings together. They still remember it. And on trips one-on-one. So we should have
Anything else you want to add?
No, it's just that it's so important that grandparents know their grandchildren and vice versa. There's a lot to tell and teach each other that parents can't do.
But I'm actually genuinely very curious. What do you think needs to be passed from the older generation to the younger generation?
Well, so far we've passed to them climate change, which is terrible. I mean, there's so many things that I'm worried about that they're facing that I never had to face. But there's wisdom and things that my daughter never thought of telling them, or things that my son never telling them. I'm just trying to remember, but the importance of every holiday, of every day, and seizing the day. That's what we have to teach, because when we're older, that's what we have to do. Yeah, that's what I mean. Thanks. Old and young, seize the day.
What do you wish was passed down from your grandparents to you?
I didn't know my grandparents very well, but I know I found a Mother's Day card in the New Yorker that says, "I only hope my grandchildren don't forget all the activism I've done." And I sent that out as a Mother's Day card, and my daughter phoned me up and said, "They're right up there. I've got a granddaughter that's teaches as a doctor. I used to take her to the shelter, and she knows about homelessness, and she administers to the underprivileged. I have somebody else that's on another grandchild that's big on Indigenous support. I just want them to keep active." Good questions, Patrick.
Thank you.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please follow our social media platforms. And for more information, please visit our website.